share the thing. Up, we live.
Oh yeah.
Are we prime still? Yeah, share the thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Up, we live.
Oh yeah.
Are we prime still?
Actually, it doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, share the thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're good.
We live. I was talking to my mom
Oh,
at
yeah.
the show, and she's like,
Actually, it
every
doesn't
time I
sound
log
bad.
on Facebook, you're on some sort of
Yeah, I think so.
podcast. Like, I'm a popular
Good.
guy. I was talking to my mom
Oh,
at
yeah.
the show, and she's like,
Actually, it
every
doesn't
time I
sound
log
bad.
on Facebook, you're on some sort of
Yeah, I think so.
podcast. Like, I'm a popular
Good.
guy. I was talking to my mom
Oh,
at
yeah.
the show.
Ha ha ha! There we go. I had the wrong one muted. That's why.
It says you're watching.
It is. I am watching. I am watching. I'm always watching. Now I'm sharing.
Sharing is caring.
And we shared.
I already shared.
Wow. So fast.
Yeah.
So fast.
Because I'm fucking cool.
You are. You're the coolest.
And not really.
If I'm being real, you are the coolest.
I appreciate it, but you're wrong.
I mean, I am human. I'm allowed to be wrong. But
We're just only human. Get it? That's a band.
I get it. I'm gonna go ahead and start this.
It's a band with 2 members
recording.
currently.
Goddamn. No tracks. Oh. You idiot.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready now.
I'm ready.
I'm an idiot.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
The following journey into comics. Journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics. Network production.
Who's ready for Huggies?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is episode 116 of Podcastrophe. I'm your host, Dick. And as always, I got my co-host, Dave, here.
What up?
That's Dave Linder.
It's me. I'm Dave
It's
Linder.
you. It's you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
Almost didn't have you here tonight.
I know. I was supposed to go see the wrestling.
I know. The Razzlin'.
The wrestling, as my grandfather likes to call it.
When I asked you, I was like, okay, I got to make sure. Let's see how he's doing the next 2 weeks out, because I think I can't remember if I had already been texted by somebody about being a guest here or if not, and I wanted to make sure like I was gonna have like a co-host here with the guest. So I was like, I should probably text people. Hey, you gonna be here?
Texted me.
Yeah, of course. Then you let me know about next week, which you're not going to be here next week.
I will not be here next week. I'll be in Chicago.
Watching the Razzlin'.
Watching the wrestling. My buddy's got tickets for both. There's one in Indianapolis tonight, the A-Dub, and there's one in Chicago next week.
I'm going to have to go next time they come to Indy.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm a little bummed I didn't see it tonight, but I think tomorrow or next week might be a better show.
Oh, yeah?
Because they do a lot of stuff in Chicago anyways.
Okay.
There's a lot of big wrestlers from Chicago, so who knows?
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so I didn't know if I was going to have you on tonight, so I just started putting my feelers out, texting some people. Texted Tyler. Mr. T-Mac McLaughlin. The Irish hand grenade, as he's called.
I've never heard that.
So I guess that's what people have called him that, man.
One person's called
I'm
him
pretty
that.
sure he's told me that, and then I had another friend at work who used to go to school with him. He's like, hey, you still hang out with Tyler? I'm like, whenever I can. Like I don't ever get to see him, and it's so sad. He's like, man, I love Tyler. T-Mac, Irish hand grenade. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, so I asked him if he was going to be available for today. He said no. And I asked, well, what about next week? He said, I'll be there next week.
Oh, damn it.
I
It seems
know.
like it never works out.
I know. I
don't think I've ever been on a podcastry show with him other than like drunk casterphy.
You totally have.
I don't know if I have.
I feel like
man.
you have.
I don't know.
I know it's.
Maybe once.
Yeah, I think it's at least been once.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, or I really hate asking him. Like, I try not to ask him every week or every 2 weeks or 3 weeks because I just don't want to constantly bug him. Hey, when are you coming back? Hey, when are you coming back?
Yeah.
I want like it because I feel like I'm pestering and I don't like feeling like that.
Fair enough.
So it's just like he'll be back when he's back. You know, he's got a busy life. He's got a family that he's trying his best to make time for.
Right.
I've been trying to make more time for my family. It's really hard when awesome video games like Jedi Fallen Order come out.
I've not played that, but I've heard things.
It's horde.
It's horde.
It's horde. But yeah, so I put my feelers out. Tyler said he can come next week, which is perfect because I have our other guest coming next week, Alex Taylor.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll be a fun one.
I'm sad I'm going to miss that one.
I'm very sad you are too, but it is what it is.
I'll be watching Raslin.
Yep.
At least mention me once.
Of course you're going to get mentioned.
Be like,
of course.
Dave, he's watching Raslin, but thinking about boobies at the same time. You can say that because it's going to be very true.
It's going to be very accurate, very true. I texted Nick Maxon, which I kind of learned not to really try getting him on this show because every time I text him, he's like, band practice.
Yeah.
Band practice.
He's always busy.
Band practice. Busy. Band practice.
Dungeon with Dudes have been kind of, I wouldn't say lacking, but like we've both been busy.
Yeah. Not that I've asked him that specific many times, but like I've asked him enough times to get the hint that it's going to be very difficult to get him on the show.
On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday. So I asked him, I was like, this is just a long shot. I'm just going to go ahead and ask him because I don't think Weed B's doing a terrible amount right now. They just finished recording their album.
Yeah, they got that album
and
coming
so
out soon.
I think they're just taking it easy now. Hopefully I can get Nick on the show soon because I'd love to have him on Podcastrophe again. So he said, going to AEW and Indy. I'm like, God damn it!
That's right, yeah.
I said, I'm probably losing Dave to that too.
Him and I talked about it that punk rock pizza party.
Yeah.
That's his first time ever going to like a professional wrestling
Oh,
event.
really?
Yeah.
I'm glad it's AEW.
Yes.
And I mean, not that WWE isn't as cool or as good. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
Or WWE is huge, but it's really cool that he's going to like a legitly run.
Right. I'm
wrestling
excited for it. I'm
event.
excited to see it next week. I've only been to one professional wrestling. I've been to a bunch of like local shows and stuff, and they're a ton of fun. Like half the reason to go to those like local indie promos is just to yell at wrestlers and be drunk. Like, and that's. I remember one time. I know we're getting distracted a little bit.
Oh, it's all right.
But me and my buddy Brian Martin, fan of the show.
Brian Martin. Yes.
Yeah. We went to Bloomington.
Yeah.
To meet up with my buddy Matt, who was living there.
Matt.
And Matt Trillis.
Matt Trillis. That name sounds familiar. I think just from you talking about it.
Yeah, because we went to saw him in California. So
yes.
Now.
Yes.
But we went there, and our plan, because he was getting ready to join the Navy, he was getting ready to go into basic training, and so our plan was to pick him up in Bloomington, and then we were going to go hit the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky, hit all like the distilleries and stuff.
Okay. Well,
that night we went there, it just snowed so bad and closed all the roads, and even like snowed in Kentucky and closed all the roads there too. So we kind of stuck in Bloomington,
which isn't bad.
No,
that's not a bad thing. I've heard nothing but great things about Bloomington.
It was a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
And we were trying to find something to do, and we saw a flyer for this like wrestling promotion in like the Armory. And we're like, let's do it. If it sucks, we'll leave.
Yeah. We
get there, and it was some of the best like live wrestling I have seen. Like, we get there, and there's dudes wrestling, and then like we got there a little bit late, and the first match ended, and this dude comes out and like beats the hell out of a guy, flips him off, and smokes a cigarette in the middle of the ring. And I'm like, oh, we're here. We got it. We got that attitude era. We're doing this shit.
Nice.
And that was also the show that there was this giant dude. I don't know if you remember the wrestler Taz.
Oh yeah.
There was a dude that I called him Taller Taz. He looked like Taz but tall.
Yeah.
And I think at one point we chanted Taller Taz, but he was the bad guy, and he wrestled this dude. And at the end, he had the guy had a girlfriend with him, kayfabe girlfriend.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what kayfabe means.
I don't.
Kayfabe is like acting. It's like the
Okay.
keep kayfabe alive. That's why heels are
Yeah.
heels.
Yeah.
He had a
I
kayfabe
know. I know
girlfriend.
about heel and babyface.
Yeah.
So
Kayfabe is just like keeping keeping it real to the thing.
gotcha.
But his kayfabe girlfriend, he lost, and this Taller Taz just stole his kayfabe girlfriend and took him to the back, and we're all like, "She's dead." Like me and Brian Martin looked at you like, "Oh God,
I
she's
remember
dead."
back in the day watching it, like the whole Stephanie McMahon thing with Triple H and I think it was Edge or Test back in the day.
Edge, I believe Edge.
Are you sure it wasn't Test?
Mm,
I think it was Test.
it might be Test. I think.
Or no,
I think.
or was it Christian?
think
I
it
get
might have been
those three
Test.
mixed up.
Because they're all they're very similar.
They all had long hair, long blonde hair. They all had the same stupid fucking goatee.
Yep.
They probably all had the same entrance, except for Test. His was like Test.
Test is dead.
What? I think I
Yeah.
knew that. But
Yeah, they're all three were the same.
yeah, they're like clones of the same guy. And then here, so I remember one of them was supposed to be marrying, quote unquote, Stephanie McMahon, and
Yeah.
Triple H with Degeneration X comes out, fucking steals her away, and then all of a sudden they're a thing. They're together. And
Yep.
It's like, what?
Remember that weird where
Little 8-year-old me was like, what the fuck?
looking back at some of those old storylines, this is fucked up. Like that
Yeah.
when Steph and Triple H got married, they had this whole thing where she was drugged and they got married and she was drugged.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's how he took her. I
Yeah.
remember he crashed the wedding in the ring and fucking showed this video of them getting married, and they're
Yep.
like, what? And remember the whole storyline where they had Undertaker kidnap her and was gonna use her as a sacrifice or some
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and then Stone Cold saved her.
Yeah.
That's the most harrowing role Stone Cold has ever had.
Do you remember when Stone Cold was a heel, like a true heel, when he was with Vince McMahon? He was on Vince McMahon's side.
I think so. Yeah,
And he was just
I vaguely remember that.
because I saw that it was I forget where it was at, but it's they talk about how the Undertaker barely breaks character, he's one of the most that fucks up the least.
Mhm.
But I think it might have been Stone Cold's documentary or something. Where he's talking
Yeah.
about when they're together and they're in a meeting and everything Vince McMahon's saying, Stone Cold's repeating it to Undertaker's face, and you can see Taker just start breaking.
I love the Stone Cold documentary.
Yes.
I think I watched it probably 8 years ago, but it's so good. And watching all that behind the scenes stuff where it's after the show and he's just fucking off in the ring, and the producers and McMahon are getting super pissed at him because they only have the arena until midnight, and he's in the ring just still keeping it
just
going.
keep going,
And
chugging beers.
it's man, they have to pay X amount of money if they keep it after X time. So he's just having a good time, and they're just letting him do it. But meanwhile, they're also pissed that he's
Getting
doing
pissed.
it. It's just whatever. Let him have a good time because he wasn't in there much longer.
No.
Um,
Well, neck surgery and knee surgery.
Yeah.
And all that.
yeah, it's crazy because I'm now that I'm an adult and I see how all this stuff works, and as a kid, I felt all my favorite wrestlers, like Stone Cold and The Rock, wrestled every single week, or The Undertaker wrestled every single week.
Yep.
And now I look back and it's they really didn't. They really only just talked a lot every week.
Yep.
And then
yeah.
they'd have a match at some special event. Like Undertaker, in some of his later years, was only WrestleMania.
Right.
He only wrestled at WrestleMania.
He's pretty rough looking now.
Yeah.
I love Taker. Taker's one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
I'm
But-
surprised he's back.
He's not really back. He did that Saudi Arabia. He did one of those because he got paid a lot of money
Yeah.
for it.
I mean, Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia.
Yeah. Because he's supposed to have retired, I was the last WrestleMania, or like
Oh, really?
he retired.
See, to me, I guess I thought his like retirement was when the streak was broke.
No, he wrestled a couple after that.
Okay.
A couple like WrestleManias after that. I
Okay.
can't remember if it was last year or this year. I think it was the year before, where he hung his coat and his hat in the ring. He's left it in the ring, which is like a sign of
Yeah.
he's moving on.
He's done that how many times now?
Yeah.
Yeah, good old wrestling.
I'm back into it. Like AEW's doing it right. I really love that they got like indie wrestlers that have been wrestling forever that
They're giving
you
them a
don't know
shot.
about.
They're giving them a real
they're
shot.
killing it.
They're
They've all been
giving
wrestling
them
forever.
They're giving them a real shot, and they have complete creative control.
Yeah.
It's not run by McMahon and all that shit.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like that's the best thing you could do for a situation like that.
And having Chris Jericho as their champ is, is
yeah.
an amazing idea.
Yeah. Isn't he still heel?
Oh, God, he's hardcore heel.
I saw, like, crow paint on him or some shit.
He does that sometimes, but he's part of his group. He's part of the inner circle, as he calls it. That's his, like, faction he's with.
Okay.
And he's got some really heavy hitters with him.
Yeah.
And it's funny, last week, there's a dude who... Before AEW was like a thing, like when they did like one pay-per-view, I like kind of heard about him, but it's Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. MJF is incredible. He is like a better version of the Miz.
Okay.
His gimmick is I'm better than you, and you know it. And the dude is the best heel I've ever seen. Like he's like fucking with the crowd,
Yeah.
and as far as I know, every interview he's done, he's never broken character. I found a documentary of him before he was even in AEW that was like, the real MJF. And it starts and like, he's just a normal guy. And you keep watching the documentary, and the more and more you watch it, it's like, oh shit. He's playing a character. He's pretending not to be a heel while being a heel. Like he's like this weird meta stuff. Because like he starts very subtly. It's like he starts going, "Well, I'm the best." Like
yeah.
He starts making more and more stuff up. You're like, "Oh my god, he's not breaking character."
I was I was in a mosh pit, a Parkway Drive mosh pit with a wrestler.
CM Punk.
No, I can't remember his name right now for the life of me.
Big Show.
No, I can't. I seriously can't remember.
Roddy Piper.
Oh man, that'd be nuts. No, it was at
Everyone would have died.
House of Blues in Chicago, and like the next day, like Metal Injection or something like that had it on there, and had a picture of him with the band. I'm like, what the fuck? He was in the pit with me.
That's awesome.
And yeah, he's a big dude. I mean, because he's a wrestler, but I can't for the life of me remember who it was. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm just gonna do like a vague search. But man, we were supposed to have Pod Daddy Nate on tonight.
Yeah, I thought I was looking forward to talking to him.
Yeah, he was the only other person I really put my feelers out to. We were gonna Skype him in, have him back here on the green screen, and have a fun show. But
I would have had a cool humor. I'd be looking at the green screen and he wouldn't be there, and I'd be like, "Where's Nate?" It'd have been a hilarious bit. And now,
wrestler who likes metal.
all of them.
Super vague.
Ray Dudley.
Diva Page. Not her. She was not in the pit. Damn it. This is gonna bug me.
Was it one of the headbangers? Thrash or Mosh?
No.
That was a thing in Attitude Era.
Let's see if I can find this. At Parkway Drive show. Seth Rollins.
Oh,
Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big metalcore guy.
Yeah, he talked about he's several interviews on like those metal blog sites where he gives like his workout playlist, and it's like tons of metalcore and shit.
Yeah, he's super into metalcore. I like him. Like when I got back into wrestling, he was like the big thing, and he does a good job. He's a good wrestler.
That's good.
But like the AEW, they have like all those old like independent guys that you never would notice, and they're bringing them to light, which is great.
That is
like
great.
I said, MJF, who he's killing it. They last week since AEW started, he was Cody Rhodes' best friend. That was his thing. He's my best friend. And at the pay-per-view, the Full Gear pay-per-view, Cody wrestled Jericho, and the stipulation was that if Cody didn't win, he would never be able to challenge the AEW Heavyweight Champion ever again.
No, wow.
And it was brutal. Like, Jericho had him in a bunch of holds and stuff, and then MJF actually like threw in the towel, basically causing Cody to lose. And last week, Cody's music hits, and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna come in, and MJF walks out to his music and just starts bashing Cody. And I'm like, oh my god.
What?
He went like double heel.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah.
It's
AEW.
good times, man.
AEW, I still have to check it out. Amongst all these other things I'm doing. Like right now, I'm playing Jedi Fallen Order. Oh, look at there, Nick Maxon. Nick Maxon accidentally clicked the feed again.
That's rude. Maybe he wants to see us. Well, he's an AEW, bro.
Yeah, he's at AEW. Hopefully having a fucking good time. We're sitting here talking about it.
Yeah. He heard.
He heard. Oh. No, AEW is definitely something I want to check out, and it'd be really cool if that got me back into wrestling.
Oh, what you can do, because it's they do every it's be Adam Sandler. Every Tuesday they have AEW Dark on YouTube.
Oh.
Which is all the dark matches from the week before.
Okay.
So you can watch all those and some good stuff. You can watch those on YouTube anytime.
That'd be really cool. That'd be cool. And one of these, if I didn't have to fucking sit and edit the podcast every Wednesday, I'd go down to North End and watch it.
Right.
At least one Wednesday, out of the blue. So yeah.
It's good times, man. Oh, speaking of YouTube, I have this funny little thing. So last night, because also on Tuesdays on YouTube, NWA, which is the Northwestern Wrestling Association.
Okay.
Northern Wrestling Association. They're back. It's one that Billy Corgan owns.
Oh, okay.
And they do like an hour-long show on Tuesdays.
I forgot he bought that.
Yeah. Well, might not be around much longer.
Oh, yeah. I remember when the news broke that he bought that, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Because he tried to buy Impact for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
But so last night, Jim Cornette, which is one of the announcers, said a very casually racist remark.
Casually racist, much like the Crows.
Yeah, like the Crows. But like everyone blew. It was awful. Like Buckles sent me a clip of it. I'm like, really? And the fucked up about it is that show is taped like months ahead of time. They could have like edited that out.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, and it's like it's on. I bet you can find the clip, but it says it's something like.
Nah, we don't need to play racist shit on
here. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it was like very casually. But it's just like, really, dude.
We don't need to play racist shit on here.
Yeah,
there's no need.
It was just like, really.
I feel
dude?
like we have before.
Probably
I can't even think of what we have done, but we're
fuck racist.
We're at 116 episodes. Who knows what we've put on here before?
But there's like apparently today he released a statement that he is resigning.
Gotcha.
Jim Cornette's always sucked anyways. He's always been a fucking douche.
Yeah.
What's funny though is we keep talking about wrestling. Sorry.
That's crazy. We've done 22 minutes of wrestling opening the show.
Journey into wrestling.
Normally, we close the show with wrestling if we talk about wrestling.
I'm excited, man, about it.
And you said Journey into Wrestling. Shout out Journey into Wrestling.
Shout out
Nate Phillips, the Pod Daddy, and Alex Buckles.
Alex Buckles is
the buckle.
The buckle.
I had to put some kind of stupid ass name on.
I love it. I'm gonna call him the buckle next time.
From now on.
What up, the buckle?
What up, buckle? Because normally you call him buckles.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's up, buckle?
The buckle.
You think he'll notice going to singular? You think he'll notice it's singular now?
What up, buckle?
Oh, he's gonna love that. Why are you talking? Why are you saying that? Dick said it.
That's your new wrestling
You're the
Oh, there
buckle,
you go.
man.
You're the buckle.
Anyways, what were you about to say about?
Oh, but yeah, Jim Cornette, who he's always been kind of a douche. He's very vocal about that. He hates like hardcore matches and like death matches. Like he just says those dudes have no talent and blah blah blah. Well, Joey Janela, who's on AEW,
I think taking a shit ton of pain is quite the talent.
yeah. Well, Joey has been known to do some crazy matches, and Cornette called Janela out, and Janela is just this giant internet troll. It is amazing. Like every week, like on like his Instagram, he's saying something about Cornette and like Daddy Cornette, and and one of the pay-per-views, he falls out of the ring off a ladder. And the camera guy gets too close, and he sees him. He flips him off. He goes, "Here's to you, Cornette." I'm like, "Oh my god, I love you."
Nice.
But yeah, enough about wrestling.
So that guy's about to resign, huh?
Yeah.
If only someone else would resign, like the president.
The president,
who just the shit keeps piling.
I've not caught up too much, but I've heard some of the going ons.
The hearings.
Yeah.
I actually, after work yesterday, I watched my usual like YouTube subscription videos, just catching up on all the people that I follow that I want to watch, and then I was just scrolling through shit and I see, oh, the hearing is still going on. It's still live. So I found C-SPAN. Yeah, fucking C-SPAN.
Damn.
Popped it on there and just started watching. I eventually fell asleep like an hour and a half into it. Which is pretty impressive for watching C-SPAN.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
crazy, man. All that ridiculous shit.
And like, I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm not really I'm not affiliated with any party.
I don't believe in parties.
Not even the independent.
The right party.
The correct party. I don't even affiliate with like the Green Party or the Independent or Libertarian. None of that. I don't believe in political parties. I identify as American.
You know what? Same. I'm glad. I feel the exact same. I don't believe in parties. I think all they do is split the country up more and divide and conquer.
I'm sitting here watching this and like, God damn, the Republicans are so bad. Like they just sit there and like they just badger the shit out of the witness, and like they're just like doing nothing but asking like these retarded questions, like just doing anything they can to smear this fucking witness. It's just bad. Meanwhile, the Democrats are like asking legitimate questions. It's a shit show on the Republicans' end, and like they're asking these questions that are, well, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? I am the evidence. I'm the witness.
Yeah, it's me.
Well, I remember at one point, I can't remember which Republican congressman.
I bet you it's an old white guy.
He was like a middle-aged white guy, just about the same.
Yeah.
He was asking Vindon or whatever he's the military dude, Lieutenant Colonel, I think. They asked him something, and like in the middle of him asking the question, the chairman of the committee chairman, Adam Schiff, he interrupted him. He's like, "Look, we established at the beginning of this that we are not going to call out the whistleblower." He was asking something about the whistleblower, asking the witness to basically like give up who the whistleblower is, in one way or another, either hint at who it is or something.
Yeah.
And Adam Schiff is like, "Nah,
we ain't doing that.
We aren't talking about that. Like, we established we're not doing that. There is a law out there to protect the identity of the whistleblower." And meanwhile, the Republicans are trying to figure out who the hell this whistleblower dude is, or chick. And so, again, he starts again, like, basically trying to ask the same exact question to the witness. And the witness's fucking attorney steps in. He's like, "We are not going to disclose anything about the whistleblower as per the chairman's wishes and per the regulations of this hearing."
As he just said, 10 seconds ago.
And then he asks again. He's like, "Again, we advise the witness to not discuss anything involving the whistleblower or to divulge anything as per the chairman's wishes. Like, and then he goes again, and again the chairman steps in. Schiff steps in, is like, look, like, bro, dude, no.
At this point, some point they should just fight that guy.
These hearings are just such a shit show on the Republican end. Like like I hate to be so partisan to use their terminology, but fuck you guys are so like just stuck up your own ass. And like part of me doesn't know if like they're sticking up for Trump because they truly believe in him, or if they're just trying to stick up for the party, or if they're trying to stand by their decision to just because they have no choice but to go all in.
I think it might be that. I don't really know. Like, I'm not very political.
No, I get it. Like, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be more political so I can understand this world and so I can convey my feelings on it all more.
Right.
And better. And more better.
More betterer.
So, yeah, I try. I hate bringing in politics to this show because it's supposed to be a good, fun time, but
you know, sometimes you have to have that. You have to have some serious
with what's
shit
going on. Yeah, like what this is like this is history right now.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the third or fourth impeachment hearing in U.S. history.
Is it really that?
I want to say it's the third because we had Nixon and we had Clinton.
That's true. Yeah.
Clinton was impeached, but he was not removed from office. I can't remember if there were actual impeachment hearings for Nixon or if
I know he resigned.
Yeah,
though.
That's the thing. I don't know if I feel like he resigned before
the impeachment. Yeah.
Any impeachment hearings happened. But I don't. Again, I wasn't around back then, and I honestly don't remember my history book that well. But it's crazy. Have you ever seen that movie Frost versus Nixon, or Frost v. Nixon?
I don't think so.
So it's about this reporter Frost. I can't remember his first name, but Jack Frost. Yeah. So Jack Frost interviews Richard Nixon several years after the whole scandal, like maybe late 70s, early 80s, somewhere around there. And he's basically trying to get a confession out of him because Nixon was pardoned like real quick by Joe R. Ford. So it didn't matter if he did it or not. He wasn't going to do any time for it. He was already pardoned. He's good. But a lot of people still wanted to know, did you do it?
Did you? Yeah.
Like, we want to hear you say you did it. And it just never happened. This Frost dude actually got him to admit on live television that he fucking did it.
Really?
Like, he just got after like 3 or 4 days of interviews, like, he finally cracked him and got him pissed off enough to fucking just say it.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was nuts. So that goes down in history. So there's that impeachment. There's the Clinton impeachment, which again, he wasn't removed from office. He was just impeached.
Right. Yeah.
Which there's a difference. However, you can be removed from office due to impeachment. So, unfortunately, even if, which it more than likely will, even if these hearings go to the Senate, which I'm 99% sure they're going to go to the Senate.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Senate is Republican-led, so probably nothing's going to happen.
Right.
They're going to be like, nope, Trump did nothing wrong.
Of course.
Good old God Emperor Trump.
I was going to say God Emperor. God damn.
Our dear leader.
Get out of my head.
Our dear leader, the Chodas.
Chodas?
Have I told you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably talk about. I think last week.
I try to mention it every fucking chance I get. The Chodas, the Cheeto of the United States of America, or the Chode of the United States of America. Who knows?
Either one. We got any like anyone in the chat chatting?
No chat. We just got people showing up and apparently not staying. I don't know who's here.
We use some cool Q&A or something.
Yeah, if you're in the chat,
and answers.
Shoot some questions over here. We'll answer you.
Yeah. Any question.
Any questions. No limits.
No safe spaces.
It'd also be cool to just, see people chatting to talk to,
Yeah.
We're here to talk. We're here for you. We're here for you.
Well, I'm here
and
for
audio listeners, we can't chat with you because this is in the past.
Well, we still chat with them.
I mean, we're talking to you. Now we're talking to you.
Yeah, I'm talking to you
love
specifically. You. I like your shirt today. You're looking good.
Yeah. And your hair, man, it's stupendous.
You're looking great.
Stupendous.
We should do that. It's a podcast of just us complimenting people.
Someone out, hopefully, like Audra Linder. Hi, guys.
That's my mom.
That's your mom.
Hi, Mama.
I watched her perform this weekend.
You did. I did as well.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about that. What a fun show.
That was a good show.
I really enjoyed the yesterday's Chips Pizza.
I did too. I was surprised.
I didn't get to try any other.
Just that one?
Yeah. I was actually kind of disappointed. So the event page kind of made it sound like all pizza was free. Like literally any pizza. Like it turns out it was just like the specialty,
just the specialty
like,
pizzas
you were voting on. So I went ahead and I just got a cheese pizza. And because, I'm a simple guy.
You're right.
But I also figured I'm going to be drinking a little bit. I'm probably going to be getting at a lot of those other pizzas. So whatever. I'll just definitely eat the pizza I want. Try a bunch of others.
No.
Then I was like, why the fuck's my bill this much? You got a fucking pizza. What?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was free. Oh, well.
I got to try. I'm pretty sure I tried all of the pizzas.
I was like, God damn it, Brad. I hope you know you're still getting a good tip.
Well, just know I'm mildly irritated.
I tipped him like 100% the other day.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, fucking Casey, being the badass that he is, like always gets my first beer. So I'm
Casey is the nicest guy.
I'm like, God damn it, Casey. I'm trying to get you money, man.
They did that to me too. I ordered a couple of drinks, and then I think your wife bought me a drink.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then,
she bought you a Jack and Coke because
Yeah.
you said on stage, if anybody wants to give me a Jack and Coke, and nobody was going for it, so she's like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna give him a Jack and Coke. She's the best.
She is. It was awesome. That was a fun show, man.
Yeah.
Pizza, punk rock,
Zibby on stage with you guys
Zibby
again.
on stage. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. So I only my tab was only $5 because fucking Casey got my. This is Sunday. The next day, we're watching Star Wars, Episode 3. We were gonna watch Solo, but it was getting late, so we're like, we'll just save that for next time.
I need to come and I need to hang out there more. I just love Casey so much.
Same.
Casey and Sam.
I
miss
really
that bar. That bar is awesome. It's a good time.
I know. I love how it's really become the hangout for all of us. And like I go there, I feel very welcome. I feel very at home.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. There's a bunch of everyone's super nice.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go there more. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I thought about going tonight after this for wrestling, but I'm tired. I'm gonna go home and watch wrestling.
I feel
bad about it because I want to hang out there more.
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, so he fucking got my first beer. So my tab was only $5. I'm like, fuck. I'm tipping $5.
There you go.
So 100% tab or 100% tip. Not much. It's only $5, but
still,
it's not like I had like an $80 bar tab and I tipped $80.
You could if you wanted to.
I think my biggest bar tab is only like $48. Maybe it's between like 48 and 70, somewhere around there. And I remember I was like, that means I gotta tip a lot.
I don't want to tell you what mine got to at times.
I remember one time, my buddy Joe, we were at Digby's, and he kept he was buying himself a bunch of shots and drinks. 2, he bought Miranda a bunch of shots and drinks. 3, he bought one of the waitresses shots and like a bunch of shots. So his bar tab ended up being like $250.
Ugh, I don't think I've spent that much. I've spent like,
and not only that, we had to be at work the next morning at 6.
Oh God.
It was just like a cleanup day. Like it was only like a 4-hour thing. Like we volunteered for, and I'm like, you idiot. He came in and he's just like, ugh. Like,
you dumb person.
Miranda says my buddy. Yeah, he's not my buddy.
Is that your buddy?
He's a piece of shit. You know who it is. Last house I lived at.
Oh yeah. I've heard that guy kind of sucks from multiple people.
He's a good-hearted human being. I will say that. He is a very good-hearted person. Just needs to do a lot of things better. Like
Fair enough.
Like live.
Like live better, dude.
He has a lot of things wrong that he just I don't think will ever fix.
Ugh, I know some people like that. It's me.
Whatever.
But anyways, that show was awesome.
Yeah.
Punk rock pizza party.
Yeah, it was. I had a blast. Ope fucking killed it.
Dude, Ope is amazing.
I wasn't a
Ope's
big fan of
so
milk toast.
good. I liked milk toast.
I did not like milk toast.
They had that garage rocky type vibe
Yeah.
for me, and I dug that. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Miranda was like, "These guys fucking suck," and I'm like, "I'm not gonna say that. I'm not into them though."
I mean, I like it because it's that old, like, I'm into a bunch of stuff.
I get
bunch
what
of,
you're
like,
saying.
The subgenres of punk. It reminded me
Yeah.
of like a garage rocky type stuff. And I bought their shirt because it's got a kitty on it.
Yeah, fucking Ope.
Dude,
Damn.
Ope is so good, man.
Damn, Jake gotten so much better.
Jake is insane.
He's he's really channeling his inner Jamie Jasta, like killing it
bit.
with the fucking hate breed style vocals.
a little bit. Yeah, he's and like
I
I
was-
love how it's very politically charged.
Oh yeah,
Tyler, I thought Tyler did an amazing job. Tyler always does a good job,
Mhm.
but he's always in his own head.
one thing I really enjoy about their sound is it's very full. They have
Yeah.
a very full sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dustin and Zibby killing it.
Yes.
Uh,
They're both
Who's on drums again?
Corbin.
Corbin. Okay.
Corbin's a really good drummer.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You know, that whole group of people is just super talented.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't an instrument they can't play. Like Zibby,
Right.
there's not an instrument he can't fucking play.
Pretty much, yeah.
Joey.
Joey's great.
Did Robbie get on stage?
I apparently missed it, but I think he sang a song.
I
with
could have
them.
swore I was there for the entire show.
I saw a picture of him singing with them. So.
Oh man, we're primed now. We're Amazon primed.
Oh no!
That's what Miranda says. Oh well.
But they were great.
Yeah.
Ope's always.
Yeah.
I think I've only missed like 2 of their shows. One was in Indy.
This was my first time seeing them.
Really.
Well, I mean, that I can remember.
Yeah.
I think I was just like the only other time I've seen him, I was just trashed, and I was in the I think it was at the Doom Room in the basement,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah, go back upstairs and party more. That's the thing. Like with the Doom Room shows, the actual like at the house show, I just stopped watching bands and was there for the party.
See,
But I would go down. I would
Yeah.
definitely go down, check them out. And if it was a band that I really loved and knew was there, I would definitely be there. But for the most part, I was just there to socialize.
Right.
That's what I wanted. I could hear the music through the floor. Like, I'm good.
Right. Mike and I found the spot on the couch where you can sit there and hear it perfect. So we'd hang out there and party, and we'd get
Yeah.
tired, and we'd go upstairs and sit on the couch and still listen to the music. Or like the Statler and Waldorf of the Doom Room.
Yeah.
That's the grumpy old guys from the Muppets.
Nice. Yeah, that was a fun show. It was a fun night. It was good to get out. We haven't really been to many shows in a while.
I haven't either, man. I feel bad.
Like, I mean, I've been at least in terms of Doom Room shows, we definitely haven't. I mean, I went to Arcos's CD release both
Yeah.
nights.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. both nights.
So I was there both nights, and that's really the only show I've been to other than like this one. I made it out to the Vital Remains show.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go there this Friday for the death metal show. I don't know if we're gonna stay very long. I got to work Saturday, but
I wish I could make it, man. I have to work on Fridays.
I think we're gonna. I haven't talked to Miranda about it, but I think we're gonna try go seeing Jojo Rabbit Friday.
Oh, really?
I really want to see Jojo Rabbit.
I do too.
I really want to see Zombieland 2 as well, but I don't know. I want to see Jojo Rabbit.
I love me some Taika Waititi.
Me too.
Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
Oh my god, it's so good.
No.
You'll have to watch that. It's Taika Waititi's one of his first movies.
Yeah.
But it's
You know, it's crazy. I was listening to a podcast today, and they mentioned they were talking about Taika Waititi
really?
and brought that up. They brought that up.
It's one of his first movies. It's got the dude from Flight of the Conchords in it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what they said. Yeah.
It's a vampire movie, and what's great is like it's set in modern day, but they're all like like one of them's like the old like like Victorian era vampire, so he just wears the
Yeah.
like the frills and the roommate Peter, who's a Nosferatu, who lives in the basement.
It's funny because like that they earlier in the episode of this show called the Nonversation Station, it used to be called the Stateside Podcast, which now the Stateside Podcast is a completely different show where it's more like interviewing producers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's a little more professional, whereas Nonversation Station is anything but.
All right.
But let's see, they were talking like you ever get those kids like you ever like when you ask them like what do you want to be when you grow up, because that was one of the questions they were asked.
Okay.
They start like when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grow up? And then like one of them said like, yeah, I remember I said some stupid shit like I wanted to be a vampire. Like you can't make a lot of money doing that. Like you can't make a career out of that.
Can't make a lot of money. It's true. Vampires aren't making all that money nowadays.
It's like you're sending in applications to place like vampire. Like I want to be a vampire.
Then you have to be a familiar at first, and then you're like basically just a slave to this vampire who will eventually bite you. Maybe. I've been listening to one of my favorite podcasts now is it's called All Fantasy Everything.
Okay.
You heard of that?
No.
It's a like fantasy football style draft.
Okay.
Random topics.
Okay.
And the one I listened to yesterday was fictional skateboarders, and it was hilarious.
That sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun.
One of the guys drafted Spider-Man from the unlockable character from Tony Hawk 2. The other one was Darth Maul from Tony Hawk 3.
Fuck, I'll get Gene Simmons from Tony Hawk Underground.
Yeah. One was Bart Simpson.
Nice.
The one guy, Ian Carmel, who's the host, he's hilarious. His was the Skater Boy from the song Skater Boy.
That's a solid pick right there. I mean, I'm still gonna go with Bart Simpson. He's the winner, but
well, you get like because each person they do like they draft 5 people, so they go around and do it. It's a great idea. Like it'd be hilarious to do like a Doom Room style draft show like that.
Oh yes.
But like there's one. It was sandwich.
You could do that on Dungeons with Dudes.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, it's like a game.
Yeah, I mean, you could You could draft your own like fellowship, like Lord of the Rings fellowship, out of anyone.
It's a good idea. I like that.
Like, who would make a fucking great archer? Fucking Lemmy.
Lemmy.
No, not Lemmy. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyone.
One of them they did was the ultimate sandwich experience, where you had to draft what type of sandwich you're eating, where you're eating it, who you are with, alive or dead, and
Fuck yeah,
what music you're listening to,
like what's playing in the background.
Yeah.
And
it was Nick Swartzen was on that one.
Fuck yeah.
And Nick Swartzen, his was a Thanksgiving sandwich where it's got turkey, stuffing, gravy, cranberry sauce
Nick Swartzen.
on a roll.
Nick Swartzen's so funny.
It's so good.
Like some good fucking humor right there.
One of the guys was his was the entire Wu-Tang Clan, and they decided that they couldn't only have one. He could only have one. It's a great podcast. Check it out. All Fantasy Everything. Shout out to them. They're hilarious.
So earlier this week, I started listening to Joe Rogan. He had Paul Stamets back on, I think, for the 3rd time, and Paul Stamets is a mushroom expert.
Oh,
yeah. And he imbibes.
Imbibes the mushrooms.
And he talks all about it. He talks all about it. The psilocybin.
All of them crazy mushrooms.
But he talks all about like the benefits of it, and the benefits of microdosing, the benefits of just tripping in general, and all these other mushrooms, and how giant part of nature mushrooms are, or the mycelium, which is the basic form of the mushroom, and how they're like in like X amount of like meters of ground, there's like 28 miles worth of mycelium.
Really?
It's just so tiny. Yeah,
Wow.
it's nuts. It's nuts to talk about. It's nuts to listen to.
He sounds like a fun guy.
I think that's actually his website. It's like funguy.com or something
Really?
like that.
Damn it. He already made the joke.
But no, I strongly encourage anyone to listen to those episodes of
I
Joe
thought you were
Rogan.
going to say I strongly encourage people to do mushrooms.
I do. I haven't done them.
not done 'em either.
Because it's made me extremely interested in doing mushrooms though. I don't really care about the trip. Like I really don't care about that. I want just like the actual benefits for your brain and your nervous system, all that insane benefits.
That sounds interesting.
And especially since like so a few years ago my great grandma passed away. She was old.
It happens.
It's gonna happen. But no, she like the last year or two of her life, maybe even 3, like she went really downhill with Alzheimer's.
Ooh.
Like bad. And so, and I've always like as soon as I realized she had, or I was told she had Alzheimer's, I started realizing I'm starting to see a lot of these signs in my mom and my grandma. So I'm like, fuck. So and then I start hearing, oh, psilocybin mushrooms are really like microdosing on them daily. I think it's like 4 days on, 3 days off. Is supposed to really like get rid of like all chances of Alzheimer's.
Really?
Like it basically prevents Alzheimer's is what they're saying. And that's nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm listening to this episode and it's like 5:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready to go into work. I text my grandma. I'm like, "Hey, random question. Have you ever done mushrooms?"
Wow.
My grandma. She goes, "A million years ago." So I started telling her all about it. She's like, "Wow, damn, I'm gonna have to start doing mushrooms again."
Yeah, Grandma,
I'm
get
like,
it.
"Oh, fuck yeah." So story time. Years ago, this is my senior year of high school. It's Christmas night.
Okay.
She's
Set the scene.
She's living a little north of Monticello, Indiana. You know, I had to make a drive up there because she was having a Christmas party.
All right.
A legit party, like not just family. It was family and friends and basically anyone she invited.
Nice, nice.
So there was a lot of people at her house. A lot of people I grew up with that weren't just family. You know, just all like the family friends. You know,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that group of people, like which being from Delphi, like a lot of those people, a lot of those family friends intersect with both families.
Right.
So there's a lot of people there. I know. I'm 18. But at the same time, like I have no interest in drinking or anything, which I could have easily gotten away with there.
Right.
Like that's like her side, my mom's side of the family is the party side of the like party part of my family.
Nice.
Not that like my dad's side, like my dad likes to drink. He has a good time. A couple of my uncles like to drink. They have a good time, but they're a little more straight laced. Unless you get them in that party situation.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I'm there. I'm having a good time. You know, I'm hanging out with my mom and a couple of my brothers and whoever else is there. My grandma. Everybody's drinking, having a good time. They're pretty drunk. They're pretty lit.
Pretty lit.
My grandma walks up to me and she's just gone. I love my grandma. I fucking love my grandma Peggy.
Yeah.
She comes up and puts her arms around me and is like, "Blaine, you're 18 now. You can smoke with grandma." And I'm like, well, I appreciate it, but I don't think I'm going to. I was an idiot. I wish I would have.
You smoke with grandma.
I wish I fucking would have. Because now I'm like, now I would love to smoke all the time, and I can't.
Yeah.
And back then I had every opportunity to, and I turned it down.
I was the same way, man. I was super against it. Not that I do it. I don't do it now either.
Yeah.
But
now I'm like extremely for it.
Yeah. Same.
I am extremely for it. I see all the benefits it has. I see just it's not bad. It's not a bad thing that everybody is made, or the boomers and whatnot have made it out to be. The
Yeah.
government making it fucking Schedule 1 and terrible.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of benefits to it. I mean, you can still overdo it.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of benefit for it.
And of course, like, you got those idiots out there that put shit in it, cut it with shit.
Yep.
It's terrible, but either way. So today, for the first time in history, Congress actually took a vote on the federal legalization of marijuana.
Okay.
And
yeah.
It passed.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It fucking passed. But guess what? Going back to what I was saying earlier about the Senate being Republican led, it ain't gonna pass in the fucking Senate.
No, I don't think so either.
Which is even crazy, because even Trump has said, like, yeah, I don't care, legalize it. In office, he said that. He's like, yeah, I don't care, legalize it. What's the matter to me?
I mean, they could tax it like cigarettes and everything else.
Absolutely. Look at how fucking successful Colorado's been.
Yeah.
Washington, California. I don't know about California, but they have.
I've been there.
They have enough problems of their own that they're even with the revenue of that, it probably doesn't do much.
We think I walked by a dispensary when I was there.
But Colorado's been like insanely successful legalizing marijuana.
Yeah.
Legal and having like these dispensaries and all this, like the lifestyle there. Like, everybody loves Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're not high, you got all these beautiful sights.
Yeah. I've heard it's gorgeous there. I've never been.
God, I've seen so many amazing pictures from my friends that live there.
Yeah.
And like Pod Daddy Nate and Veronica and Sarah, they all went there.
Oh, nice.
And they had themselves a blast there.
I wouldn't mind going.
I would love to go to Colorado. I'd love to go to Denver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Fort Collins or some shit.
I just want to travel more. After going to California, I'm like, I want to do this more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not so big on traveling, but like there are some places I'd like to go. Like my mom, she's got her and her husband have a condo down in Jacksonville, Florida. I would love to just go to, and our stay is paid for, obviously.
Right.
We don't have to pay shit. We just have to get there. I'd love to do that. It's just my job. It's so hard to get going anywhere, and on top of that, just money.
Money wise, it's definitely. I just expect when I went to California, it was definitely pricey.
Yeah.
Like, I saved, so I had some set aside because I knew I was going to spend quite a bit there. But like the plane ticket and the hotel and all that. Like,
the hotel itself is gonna kill it.
Yeah.
That's the one big thing. Like, I'm always like, that always keeps me from going places. Is like, I don't want to pay to stay somewhere.
Yeah.
Because that's what's gonna eat it up most. Like, I mean, you can spend money on food and stuff, but it ain't gonna come anywhere close to the hotel.
It's
America.
We live in a society.
We live in a society. What's that from?
I don't know. My buddy at work says it all the time.
I've been saying it a lot lately too. We live in a society.
We live in a society.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of society? Like,
society.
What are you about to say? Nuts up there.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in your house right now. So I got exciting news.
Let's hear it.
My snake pooped today.
Nice. Very nice. It's been a long time coming, huh?
It's rare. It's rare the snakes poop. And I'm like, oh yeah, poop.
Well, as slow as they digest things, I can imagine.
He pooped and he had a good shed. He had his all in like mainly one piece.
That's good.
And he was sleeping on it.
Nice.
So I went to check. I lifted his little rock up and he was sleeping on it.
What's your snake's name again?
Ghostface Killer.
Yeah, that's right.
I just call him Ghostface.
Ghostface Killer. Nice. Been nice.
I want to get all the Wu-Tang, but that'd be like 14 snakes I'd have to get.
It's a lot of snakes. You'll end up like a chicken battleground.
Yeah.
Dead.
The guy.
What was it, like 140 snakes or 700
the
snakes?
sheriff owned that. There's the sheriff.
Okay, yeah.
I owned it. And some of those snakes were his.
Yeah.
But the guy I bought my snake off of, like, I didn't know her, but she was there like when I bought the snake. Like she was
Oh,
helping
wow.
out and stuff, so I knew who she is. That's just nuts. I think, and like I hear people saying like they're like, oh, they're gonna like put regulations on it. I'm like, one case of. What I think may have happened is maybe that she startled it on something because it was like her snake.
I don't know.
It was like 8-foot python.
I honestly didn't really look into the story.
It was like 8-foot python or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling.
What I
There's no
think maybe
knowing.
happened, maybe she like tripped and fell or something like startled it, and then it just did its snake thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't sit and blame the animal.
Yeah.
I mean, for anything. I mean, even look at Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
Like when the tiger attacked, I think Roy.
You can't.
Like you can't blame the tiger.
Yeah.
Like
Tiger doing his tiger thing.
It's a wild fucking animal,
Yeah.
and you sit there and put it in this situation, night in, night out.
Yeah.
Like eventually, it's gonna do something. Something's gonna click in its brain, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a tiger.
I'm a murder machine.
That is exactly what a fucking tiger is.
Yep.
And that is our episode title. I'm a murder machine.
I'm a murder machine. It's just like, no matter how trained an animal is, like a wild animal, it's still a wild animal. Like, like they train monkeys at the zoo and stuff. It is still a wild animal.
Yeah.
It's nuts. You ever see that video? It's one of my favorites. It's this I think it's like a silverback gorilla, and there's a little girl that like beats its chest against the glass, and then it like drop kicks the glass and like cracks one of the layers of glass.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's terrifying. When I was in California, there was a leopard that was pacing around its cage, and like there's little kids like, oh, look at the kitty, and you tell that cat was pissed. Like, that kitty wants to eat all of you.
I love the videos of like those big old cats, and they're just like super cuddly.
Yeah, purring. I've seen
purring, or doing cat things like that. Like there's a series of pictures of like large like tigers and cheetahs and shit, all getting in boxes.
Yep,
like loafing in boxes,
getting in boxes and stuff.
It's like, dude, there ain't no difference.
Nope.
These cats are just extra large.
Yep, they're just big old cats.
And probably extra aggressive comparatively.
The cheetah at California had a pet dog. The cheetahs have like support dogs with them because they get lonely.
That's nuts.
So they have support dogs, and when the cheetah enclosure, it was sitting on top of a rock, and under it was a little cave, and there was just this yellow lab just passed out, and like he was just out.
That's nuts that they don't like kill each other.
No, that's
or at least the cheetah doesn't kill the dog.
That's a support animal.
That's hilarious.
This cheetah has a support dog.
That's hilarious.
But it was great. The cheetah was just sitting there, just sitting on the rock, just chilling, and looked. And there's this yellow lab just passed out, just like mouth open, like on its side. Just, he's out
doing its doggo thing.
Yeah,
nice.
Love me some doggos.
Man, people are fucking weird. I had a friend that I used to work with. He used to work at SeaWorld in San Diego.
Okay, yeah.
San Diego. And he would talk about how, like, he's like, man, I hated working there. One, all those animals are not treated right. And it's like, yep, we know that now.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, and there's some fucking, he didn't say fucking because he's like super Christian, which is hilarious because I later met his son and he's very gay.
Well, if he's cool with it,
I don't know if he is. I don't know if he knows. I feel like he's come out since then. But anyway, so he's like, yeah, there's some real sickos out there. I'm like, oh yeah, what do you mean? He's like, did you know that dolphins are like one of the horniest animals on the planet?
Yep.
I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew that. And he goes, yeah, well, there's some sickos out there that would come in and touch them.
Really?
Yeah. And the dolphins would like they don't care. They're like, oh yeah, touch it.
They're into, yeah.
Touch it. And then
oh yeah, touch it.
So
dolphin.
These guys would get kicked out by security, and they'd wait till the guard change and go right back in.
Jesus.
It's like, what is wrong with you people?
Why do you want to do that to the dolphin?
Why you wanking the dolphins?
Do it. Touch it, dolphins. It's the quote. It's my quote.
Could be like, have you seen Big Mouth?
Yes.
Oh my god. Go ahead and touch yourself.
Good. Get in there, grind it like pepper.
Get in there, grind like pepper. That's like murder face.
Yeah, that's a little murder facey.
Yeah, grind like pepper, man.
I used to be able to do a murder face. Can't do it anymore.
Oh, fucking Nate Phillips can do murder face.
He's got good.
Like, so well. He can only do drunk pickles.
Yeah.
He can only do drunk pickles. He can kind of do Squizgar. He can do murder face flawlessly. And he can do Nathan Explosion better than I can. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than mine. But murder face is just fucking flawless.
One of my favorite. I don't remember what season it is, but I have one of the seasons of Death Clock. I think I have almost all of them. Well, there's one that's a special feature, and it's just it's Pickles drunk at like amusement park, and it's like 20 minutes long, and it's just him. And it's a still frame of this amusement park going, "Whoa, hey there,
whoa!"
And then there's like a soda on there goes, "Oh no, someone dropped their soda!" Like, "Oh no, it's gonna get ants!" Like it's like 20 minutes, and it's incredible.
I think that's Metalocalypse is where I got my fascination with the Wisconsin accent.
Yep,
because of Pickles.
Pickles Nichols.
Because Nichols is fun too. God, I used to do like most of the voices fairly well, and it's just been so long.
Yeah,
I can pretty much only do Pickles. Maybe I can do some Squizgars. That's terrible, but
it's not bad. But not crazy.
It's Oki's looks. It's the ladies' tampons. What you got? Ladies' tampons in your cart? No, I don't.
You're a ladies' Squizgar. No, I'm not.
I'm not.
Play me the harmonic scales in G.
Wrong.
You are not so good teachers.
God, what was? Candy. It tasted like a chicken. If a chicken was a candy.
This is me, Toki's. I slipped in and out of diabetic coma.
I love Toki. He's so funny.
Speaking of like cartoon voices, so with the Disney Plus,
yeah,
I've been watching some Simpsons.
Oh yeah,
because there's like 30 seasons of
Yes, there are.
So I started at season 1.
Their voices are drastically different.
Rough, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same people playing it. Like, it's the same guy playing Homer, but it sounds so weird. Mr. Burns sounds nothing like Mr. Burns. The animation's really rough.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, this is kind of hard to get through this season.
So, question: do you remember that episode where Homer basically crossed into like the real world?
I don't
like the third dimension, you know.
Maybe.
There's an episode where somehow he crossed into the real world, like our world, and it showed him walking around like a 3D animated Homer, just walking around the real world. And I don't remember anything ever coming to that. I never saw the episode after that. I don't know.
It's good stuff, man. Simpsons is funny.
Because I don't know how many times I've seen that episode, and like it's just. Because all I ever really watched was reruns, and then maybe the brand new episode every Sunday.
Right.
But that was later on when I started watching that. But
I didn't watch a ton of Simpsons growing up, but now that's all like there in Disney, I'm trying to go through it.
I've seen a good amount of Simpsons because that's just what I watched every single night at 6 o'clock.
Yep.
And then that 70s show came on after that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched a lot of that.
Oh yeah, good old UPN.
UPN.
While playing that 70s show. Yeah.
But Simpsons good. My favorite character, Ralph, isn't in the first couple seasons though. Ralph Wiggum.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He's the best.
He's your favorite character?
He's just hilarious.
Wow.
I love him. Sleep is where I'm a Viking.
Yeah, you're right. He's great. He's pretty great.
I'm in danger. I love that meme of it. Like,
You watch episode 2 of The Mandalorian?
I have.
Man, I love this like relationship that. So, if you haven't watched The Mandalorian yet, you're crazy. That's my first point. My second point is, we're probably about to do some spoilers. So here's your chance. Get out while you can. We're talking some spoilers because I'm not going to discuss how I feel about this episode. I'm just going to talk about some shit in this episode.
He has spoken.
I have spoken. Are you guys out?
There you go. I see you. I see you.
I mean,
peeking around.
If you're here, you're gonna get spoiled.
Yeah, I see you peeking
You're
around.
gonna get spoiled. All right, I think it's safe. I think it's safe to
I think so.
talk some spoilers, which this in turn is still some kind of warning.
I'm giving you plenty of chances.
Yeah, we're giving you plenty of opportunities to fuck off.
Politely.
So I love the Mandalorian, whose name is the Mandalorian. I love the character's like relationship with this spoiler, Baby Yoda.
Yep.
Whose species we do not know, has no name, so that's what he's called,
Yep.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Who is absolutely adorable.
Oh my god, he's so adorable.
Like, oh,
That little face.
I know. And I love how it's just floating along right beside him.
Yep.
Then we get that badass fight scene with him and the Trandoshans. Like, oh
yeah.
like it's just silent, and he's just like, some fuckery is about.
The Jawa fight's cool.
Yeah. I love how after the Trandoshan fight, they're camping, and like he's fixing his armor and shit, and
He stitching himself
yeah,
up.
and little Baby Yoda comes up and is like trying to heal him, and you
Yeah.
know, you as a Star Wars fan know what he's doing,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna heal you, and like then there's like the Mandalorian has like this dad moment.
I was like, it's a complete dad moment.
Anyone with a toddler knows exactly what this scene is, because it's like as soon as they can start crawling or walking, like, you know, they're mobile,
Yeah.
like they start going places that you're like, nope, get back over here.
Yeah.
And like the Mandalorian like portrays that perfectly, because little Yoda like starts like trying to heal him. He doesn't know what he's doing because the Force doesn't exist to him.
Right. Yeah.
Like nobody knows about the Force at this time except for like Luke. And so he's like, hey, get back in your egg. Get back in your little ball. Like, get back over there. Puts him back over there. Comes back over. Tries to get him. Like, hey, get
over here.
back over here.
It was so adorable. I'm like, oh.
And then the little frog. He's chasing
Oh,
the
yeah.
frog. He's like, hey, get that out of your mouth.
You know, he just eats it.
It's just so fun to watch that like little relationship spark.
I like when at the end where they're walking away and it's like he's like, tell me again, I don't understand what he did, and he's just like,
I don't know.
neither do I.
I
Like,
I don't know what the fuck he did.
It's cool that like, you know, these guys don't know about the Force, like you said, only like really Luke.
Well,
no,
This isn't. I'm not sure exactly how long after Return of the Jedi this is. So
it's after Return though, right?
yeah,
So-
it's post. This is taking place during the dissolution of the Empire. Like the Imperial forces, they're scattered, and there's like some remnants of them that are like, yeah, we're the Empire still, and we're gonna take it back. But like now the Empire's done,
right.
basically. But it's before Force Awakens, obviously, which is 30 years after Return of the Jedi.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is like a few years, maybe within 5 years of Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
But yeah, no, because I mean, after the Republic fell and the Jedi were purged, like the Empire and the Emperor, basically, they knocked all that shit out. They're like, nope, Jedi were non-existent.
Yep.
Or they don't exist anymore. The Force is a myth. Like all this shit, it's all a fairy tale. That's the propaganda they spread. Oh, you trying to be me now?
No.
Trying to be mean? Trying to make fun of my fucking asthma?
No.
No. So it's really cool to see that, like, because it's still a very rare thing. Even in the Force Awakens, it's a non-existent thing.
Right, yeah.
Mostly because Luke fails.
Damn it, Luke.
Who knows? Who knows what happened? Someone brought up to me that what if Luke got that vision? What if Emperor Palpatine and Darth Sidious put that vision in Luke's head about Ben, which caused him to turn on Ben, and then which eventually caused Kylo Ren.
Possibly.
It's nuts. It's nuts to think.
My buddy told me the name of Nick Nolte's character. I forgot what they were
It's
called.
like Quill.
Ugnaught.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ugnaught.
I forgot what species they're called. Ugnaught.
Yeah, I remember killing a bunch of those on Force Unleashed.
Yep.
Like a bunch of them. You can just murder them, along with Jawas. You can murder Jawas, which you get to see a lot of Jawa disintegration in The Mandalorian.
I love when they're doing their they're trying to do a peace treaty, and they're saying something like, "I got it right here." And he just starts lighting his flamethrower.
I love that whole scene where he's just trying to get all of his shit back from the Jawas.
Yeah.
He's climbing the crawler. He finally gets to the top, and there's 12 of them just all aiming guns at him.
Yeah.
And they just take him the fuck out. So
that's my best Jawa.
So that makes me wonder if what planet is this? Is this Tatooine?
That's true.
But I don't want to assume it's Tatooine just because it's a desert planet.
Right.
So,
but I mean, I don't know much about Jawas. I don't know if they live just in Tatooine out there.
Well, because they're also on his planet, the planet where his guild is.
Oh yeah,
they were there. So, I don't think they're exclusive to Tatooine. So, it's just really hard knowing.
What? I'm gonna keep doing that. It's fun.
So, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm wearing a fucking shoulder brace.
I was gonna ask about that.
I turned 29. And I'm just falling apart, I think, because I think I either have walking pneumonia or bronchitis or asthma.
Oh shit!
So
I think we may have talked about that.
Yeah, I have an inhaler now. I'm on my second inhaler, and I'm about to go to my third.
Oh wow!
Because it's not getting better. If anything, it's getting worse. So it makes me wonder: is this asthma or is this some kind of pneumonia thing? So I don't know. But the brace. So a week or two ago, I kind of overdid it in the gym. I didn't instantly do something wrong and shit.
Right.
No, it was I woke up the next day and I was man, that's sore.
A little sore.
That's sore. So I took it easy. I took a break. I let it rest up, and then when I came back this weekend, I took it easy. I tried to avoid workouts that involved my shoulders, or if I did, I went light on it and tried to practice perfect form,
right,
make sure I didn't fuck it up, because that's the one thing I've always fucked up is my shoulder.
Really?
It's terrible. It's really easy to fuck your shoulder up while working out.
Yeah.
If you make one wrong move, you'll get a sharp pain shoot through it, and it's yep, done for the day.
Yeah.
Done for the day. And I've done it to where it'll be the first 10-15 minutes of my workout, and I'll be done.
Right.
It's you fuck that up, you're done. You fuck anything up, it's just stop. It's best to just stop. So I worked out today, and I was just doing simple arm workouts, and by the end of it, it was just super sore again. I'm God damn, the pain that I was having was kind of I had hurt it, directly hurt it, but I always know when I hurt it while working out, because again, exactly when it happens, because the pain just shoots.
Right. Yeah.
And so I went all day, and I started basically you don't realize just how many movements.
Until something hurts, you don't realize. Yeah.
Yeah. Until something hurts, you don't realize how many movements require that specific spot.
Yep.
Or that specific muscle. And so every little movement I was making was pain. So fun fact, I can't remember. So when combined, Tylenol and ibuprofen are stronger than or the same strength as Vicodin or
I've heard that. Yeah.
Loratab, one of the two, if not both. So I double dosed on both today.
Damn.
Like I took double dose of Tylenol, and then like 2.5 hours later, because I don't have ibuprofen, I asked somebody, Jennifer, she's watching maybe, or she was. I was like, hey, you have ibuprofen? Give me.
Give
So
me
the Tylenol was obviously still in my system, so I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Pain just disappeared
Really?
because I double dosed on the ibuprofen too. And I'm like, I am not fucking around. I hate this. So I was, and then I got home. I already had the shoulder brace. I ordered, like, I got like a left shoulder brace and a right shoulder brace, and I had yet to use it because it's extremely confusing how to put it on.
Yeah. I just thought you were like going into battle or something.
I mean, I might be later, but once my shoulder's better. No, I'm just trying it out, see if it helps. I'm probably gonna sleep in this fucking thing. I'm probably gonna work tomorrow in it. Like I'm not messing.
You don't want
around.
to. You don't want to mess around with that shit, man. Just make it worse.
I'm not messing around because I really enjoy working out, and I really don't want to get fat.
Yeah, same.
Dave, I feel like you're just naturally a big boy. And
My whole family's are big boys.
I mean, I don't mean that in any specific way. I mean, I think you're just naturally a big guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, I'm sure you could work out, but I think you're always going to be a big guy.
Yeah,
in
that's
one
true.
way or another.
That's true. Love tacos too much. I keep looking at my gut.
I get it. That's. I mean, I have a little chub right here, and that's because I don't give a shit about my diet.
Yeah.
I'll work out like crazy, and I'll get some muscle, but I'll get nowhere in terms of like my fat because I don't really care.
Gotta eat them pizzas.
I work out mostly just because I like to work out. And honestly, if I didn't work out, this would be a lot bigger. But so I'm mostly just keeping it at bay.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, I think you look great.
Well, thank you. No, I just really like to work out, and if I couldn't work out, I would be I'd be in a lot of trouble because of the way I eat. Because I have no discipline when it comes to my food.
Dude, same. Last couple of days have been rough because I work in a food pantry, and they pretty much everything they donate is candy, cookies, and everything. And like they always have it. We always have it sitting out.
Like I say I have no discipline with my food, and by that I mean like which is really this one's been really hard lately because. So I try to have one pizza a week.
A whole pizza?
I eat pizza once a week.
Fair enough. All right.
Well, recently at my work, we have a cafeteria, and they switched the Papa John's to Arnie's.
Oh.
And I never got the Papa John's because it wasn't fucking Papa John's. It was just bullshit.
Right.
And the sauce was terrible. It would be like in your mouth for hours.
Ugh.
Like, and you'd be burping it up, and it was just terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible. So they switched to Arnie's, and I was like, okay, is this gonna be like, I'll get it, and try it out, and I was like, is this just gonna be like the bullshit Papa John's where it's like, it's Arnie's, but it's our shit.
Right.
No, it's fucking Arnie's.
Damn.
So it's fucking Arnie's, and if there's nothing else there throughout the cafeterias that I want to get, I'll just go get an Arnie's pizza or Arnie's Jr.
Are you thinking Arnie's?
I'm thinking Arnie's every fucking day, apparently, because they haven't had anything worth eating besides Arnie's. So I've just basically eaten an Arnie's cheese pizza every day or an Arnie's Jr.
Man, that'd be rough working in a place that it has a cafeteria like that. I would eat so much shit.
I do. But yeah, I do try. I have limited my pop. I mean, you're sitting next to two full 12 packs of Wild Cherry Pepsi. It just, yeah. But again, they're full, so I haven't been drinking them.
Right. I try to cut back soda as well.
Yeah,
but there's time.
I drink a ton of water. I barely drink soda.
Drink water.
And again, I do actually try to limit what I eat. Like I try to eat like high protein. That's mostly just what I do. I don't try to eat fast food a lot. Mostly home.
Right.
But in terms of what I eat at home, I don't really care. And I'll eat a lot.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, we had We had some New York strips last night.
Ooh,
Some
shit.
mac and cheese.
Damn.
I got a cast iron skillet, and I've been just this is the first time I've successfully cooked steak in a cast iron skillet.
Oh, nice.
Because I actually did research this time and looked up what to do. And,
Right.
and this was a while ago that I did that too. But I was at Walmart getting food for I think Monday night, and I just saw the steak sitting there. I'm like, it's Walmart, so it's not gonna be that great.
Not bad.
Walmart steaks.
Steaks aren't bad.
Walmart steaks. Oh, Meijer's better.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
Meijer and Payless are way better.
I'm spoiled because on Fridays I could take home 10 pounds of meat with my job.
Nice.
So I get Sam's and
nice.
we get a lot of Sam's steaks.
Man, I'm gonna hit you up sometime.
Please do. Please
You're
do.
like, I got too much meat.
I got all the meat.
Yeah, I just saw I saw those 2 New York strips. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, that's dinner tomorrow. I'll just go ahead and get them. They were decent. Like they weren't bad. Just like the consistency of the meat at Walmart's not as good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just not like the best quality meat. So I typically avoid. I'll get like ground beef there and stuff.
Oh yeah, ground beef.
If I have to.
Ground beef though, man.
But I mostly try to get. I mostly try to shop at Payless, Kroger Payless. I think they do have better quality meat there,
and pay less.
and you pay less. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the extent of my diet. My dieting is I limit my pizza, limit my pop, and just eat high protein. I don't try to eat a lot of sugar and candy and stuff.
Candy's what gets me, man. Sugar and candy. I eat that shit a lot.
For a little while, I was getting like these 2-pound bags of Sour Patch Kids.
Oh
And by for a little while, I mean recently. Mostly, so one, I love Sour Patch Kids watermelon.
Because they're great.
They're amazing, and I discovered that Walmart sells these 2-pound bags for $4.
Oh shit.
And I mean, I can make that last like 2 weeks if I'm not sitting there just.
That's my problem. I can't keep shit like that. Or it won't
But
last.
so gummy type candies like that they have a thing called dextrose, and that's actually really good for muscle recovery.
Oh, okay.
So I was basically doing that. I was eating it for that, and I would only
Sure.
eat it on the days that I worked out.
all right.
At first,
And then it
I
just
probably
came
bought
every
like
day.
I probably bought 4 bags of this, not at once, but throughout.
Yeah.
3 or 4 bags, and then I discovered. So I don't have a lock on my locker at work, and Cameron, who did Black Dynamite with us,
Oh yeah.
he'd been getting into my locker and eating my Sour
Eating
Patch
your Sour
Kids.
Patch.
And like I started noticing, I'm like, there is no way I've eaten this much already. Like this is getting pretty empty. Like what the fuck? And then so I started asking people. I was like, and I didn't beat around the bush. I was like, is Cameron fucking eating this? Like I just knew. And they're like, yeah. And then the first time I asked somebody, they're like, yeah. And he's been talking about it. And he says he's gonna buy you a bag and just put it in there and see if you even notice. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna say anything to him. Well, it turns out he straight up bought me a bag. He brought it here.
Oh nice.
He brought it directly to me, and because he was buying my old motherboard off of me, and so he brought that with him, and I'm like, yeah, sweet. And then he ate that. And I noticed, I'm like, what the fuck? It's still empty. And I bought another bag after that, and again, it just kept getting lesser and lesser. So I stopped buying them because I'm like, he can't eat them if I don't buy it.
That's true.
And I'm okay depriving myself of that.
That's hilarious.
This is why I can't have nice things. Cameron. Which, I mean, yeah, people of this show that listen to this show and have listened to the show for a while know Cameron.
Yeah. We did that Black Dynamite
Yeah,
together.
we did that one. He's been on the show multiple times. And he's a blast to have on the show because he has these crazy sex stories or sexting stories.
Sexting, yeah.
Oh my god! Like if you want to go back and listen to some of those, they're great. Like one of them's called "Sexual Furry," and it's supposed to be "Sexual Fury," but I put "furry" on there because we talked about furries throughout the episode. There's just a bunch of episodes with him just being him. It's funny, and he has that lisp,
Yeah.
so that makes it that takes the entertainment value like way up here.
Skyrockets it.
Yeah.
It skyrockets in flight.
Mm.
I just wanted to say.
Afternoon delight.
Pew.
You want to bring it home? We ready?
I'm ready if you're ready, buddy.
I'm ready.
Just chilling.
I'm ready to eat some dinner. I'm hungry.
I
we're sitting here talking about
yeah,
food.
now I'm kind of hungry too. Talking about food. I had dinner before I left.
Shit. All right, so yeah, plug some shit.
Plug some shit. What
Plug
do
some
you mean
shit. What do you want to plug?
I'm
You
gonna
got some
plug-
things you do.
I do the Dungeons with Dudes. Check those out
There you
every
go.
Sunday on the Journey to Comics
You got a
Network.
lot of expeditions going on.
A lot of expeditions. They're a ton of fun.
Yeah, they're quick.
This Sunday we're going to be continuing our Monster of the Week,
Awesome.
which if you guys not check that out, it is quite comedically humorous. Got that. Got Dungeons with Dudes. The D List, which is every other Friday on the Journey to Comics Network. Also, to plug the Journey to Comics Network.
Yeah, we do that.
Also, I'm also occasionally on Podcastrophe, which is a podcast that you can listen
Yeah,
to.
yeah. You're here.
Oh shit! This is
Oh fuck.
That's about it.
Yeah.
December 14th is the Random Band
Yeah.
show, and my
Which
band will be playing that.
You'll be in that. I won't.
Well, I know. I know.
Did we talk about that on the show?
I think we have, but I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
we called it quits. None
It
of
sucks.
us. Yeah. Like Dana just straight up is like, yeah, guys, this isn't working. I already talked to Nick, and we're just gonna pull the plug. I'm like, man, okay. But at the same time, I was like, man, fuck yeah, like I'm so glad I don't have to do this now.
I think Mike felt the same way. It was like bittersweet.
It was super bittersweet because I didn't want to. I felt like I was letting myself down and letting Nick down, and just failing in general.
No, you weren't failing.
But at the same time, I was like, it wasn't working.
Yeah, sometimes shit doesn't work out.
It was not working, and it just my heart wasn't in it at all. So it was just
There's no point in doing it if it's not.
It was a huge letdown and a huge relief at the same time.
Right.
So like, yeah.
I believe there's still going to be 3 bands though.
I hope.
3 bands. My band.
Nick better hope there's at least 3 bands.
My band. Dave and the Linders will be rocking it.
Yeah, I believe that.
We're gonna rock it.
I believe that.
I'm excited. We have pretty much all of our songs done. We have all this musically, everything's done. I
Yeah.
have to put some finishing touches on some vocals,
Awesome.
but other than that, we're ready to go.
Awesome. Good to hear.
But that, yeah, plugging that.
Plug some yesterday's chips.
Yesterday's chips. We still occasionally do things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe we're looking for a guitar player.
Yeah.
If anyone you know
Is
wanna
Mike
play
going straight back to
guitar,
drums?
Possibly.
Okay.
Mike is down for either one.
Okay.
But
I mean, he's good at both. So.
yeah. But we're looking for a guitar player. If anyone on the listening to the pod wants to,
If that was more my style, I would probably do it. But it's not.
it's just real fast, quick, dirty shit.
I don't know.
Hit me up. That's all I want to plug. Also, want to plug my love for Dick, the host, not
Oh.
like not like
That's
male
me.
genitalia.
That's just not what you think. It's
No.
me. Not.
No,
Let's not get crazy here.
I love me some Dick Blaine Tyner.
That's me. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Journey to Comics Network. Thank you, our live viewers. You can, as the pre-roll said before, you can check us out live every week right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You can check us out in audio form on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Yeah, Spotify. Did I say that?
Yes,
Oh, man. All the podcasting platforms, you can check us out.
my
On the
favorite is
podcast
Spotify.
feed. I think tomorrow's the last episode of, if you're listening, tomorrow is the last episode of my review series that I've done. I still need to do more. I just need to find time to do more. So if you've been listening to that review series, thank you so much. Tomorrow's episode is As I Lay Dying, Shaped by Fire. So be sure to check that out. I think I put a lot of heart and soul into that fucking episode. So I talked a lot about As I Lay Dying and like how I feel about that whole situation. So, and then
Nice.
I like, just spoiler alert. I love the new album. So check out what I have to say about that album right here on the podcast if you feed. If you're not on the podcast if you feed, head on over because you're probably on the Journey into Comics feed, which is awesome. Support those guys, but come on over here and get the extra content. You know, it's free, it's fun, it's great. Sometimes it's not just reviews. Sometimes it's extra fun shit. Sometimes it's happy fun metal time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's Tyler talking to Dave.
That was a fun one.
Sometimes it's who knows what you're gonna get with the extra
Then I'm
stuff.
gonna convince him and maybe Tyler to watch Miami Connection with me and review it on podcast for me.
No.
Yeah, I decided. I'm gonna talk you into that.
I'm down. I'm down for it for sure.
Boom, worked.
But if that is all, please, for the love of fuck, make every day a big dick day.
Yeah. Love you.
Bye, guys. If anybody's still watching, thank you for watching, and tune in next week. Oh shit, Steven Underhill just pops in. Well, thank you for popping in. We're done now. Yeah. So
Leave. Those kids.
later, guys.